Well, we know when severe weather strikes here in southeast Texas, those storms can turn deadly in a matter of seconds.
In May, we saw several severe storms blow through, including one that killed a 15-year-old boy working a summer construction job. A construction worker also died in the deadly derecho. Tonight, ABC 13's Daniela Hurtado takes a look at safety regulations meant to protect workers.
And what's being done to prevent another tragedy in the future.
When you see wind speeds over 100 miles per hour being sampled by the radar, that's a sign that we got a serious windstorm.
When severe weather rolls in.
That is an incredible shot that we're seeing up there. This camera here, Highway 290 at Cypress Rose Hill.
Having a plan is important as decisions for safety sometimes need to happen quickly.
One of the 8 people killed was a father who died while working to provide for his family when a crane came tumbling down on top of his work truck.
We've seen it firsthand. Construction homes blowing in the wind like the one by the Harley-Davidson in the Heights this May.
A new build was blown down during the storm yesterday.
That's where a 15-year-old boy in Magnolia was working a summer job on a construction site last month when a storm blew in and he was killed under the rubble. They tell us they're still processing all of this because it could have been any of them.
You have a right to go home to your family every single day after work.
Just made a little cross right there. That's where he took his last breath.
35-year-old Angel Huerta and 21-year-old Brian Ruby Lopez died during a storm in Conroe in May of 2023 while working on a new build. 7 other construction workers were also hurt.
It's the deadliest state for construction workers in the country.
Esmeralda Ledesma works with the Workers' Defense Project, advocating for immigrant workers, in particular construction workers.
So it's extremely critical that we protect the community that builds our communities.
Ledesma says sometimes construction workers who are feeling unsafe in circumstances like storms don't say anything in fear of retaliation.
The employer should be looking at having an actual plan, especially for inclement weather.
Like, how often do you have employers actually do that?
Most companies will have an emergency action plan, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they include plans for inclement weather.
Department of Labor OSHA Area Director Makiba Hager says companies are required to have emergency plans written for employees on what to do in case of an emergency. But he says the standard doesn't enforce a detailed plan for storms.
We would consider a storm or inclement weather to be an emergency at that point.
Can employers face consequences for not prioritizing safety?
Yes.
How do we prevent this from happening again?
Yeah, we prevent this from happening by ensuring that we have proper legislation that protects our workers at city, state, federal level.
History is our greatest teacher.
There's no reason why he should have been out there.
Daniela Hurtado, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.